Hello, welcome to another episode of No Points. I am Matthew Amberg. I'm the second half of Zero Hit Points. The first half is Ryan Miller. He does a video on Mondays. Go check that out, then come back here, then go check that one out again, then look at like 2 weeks ago, and then come back here and you'll see how it all fits together into this like really tightly lit narrative. It's so choice. Hi, how are you? Good? Great. We do a podcast of Zero Hit Points. It's gotten really good. It was good at the beginning. It wasn't. But it's gotten so much better. And this past week was actually really good. Again, we've had a couple of weeks of a little bit longer than normal. We've gone close to 2 hours, which I know can be a bit, but I feel like the content we've got in there is pretty content. So take a listen. We talked about a lot of things this week. I actually got an HTC Vive, and I talked a little bit about that. We're playing quite a few games with it right now that just kind of came built in. So it's a lot of Tilt Brush, and we've played a little bit of Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes, which doesn't come, that's a separate game, but a lot of fun. This weekend we're gonna move some furniture around, trying to do full room scale. I've got the Brookhaven Experiment and Chair in a Room, so a couple of horror games that I'm really looking forward to checking out, and so that should be fun. It's really cool to say that I can do this on my PC. Also this week, one of the biggest games that's been hyped and hyped and hyped, No Man's Sky dropped. A lot of thoughts on this one. I talked a little bit about it on the podcast because I did only get about 2 hours with it that first night. I've now spent about 9-10 hours with it. I will talk a lot more about it on the podcast, I'm sure, as weeks go by and I get more in depth with it. But my ultimate feeling about it right now is I really love the game for what it is and not for what it isn't. And I know a lot of people there were a lot of thoughts about what the game would be or what it could be or what it should be. I don't know if Hello Games and Sean Murray helped that at all or hindered it. But the bottom line is the game can be repetitive, and I see that. I understand where people are coming from with that. But for my money, I kind of love where it's going. And I just can't wait to see how the game expands, not only with updates, but just as I get into the center of the universe, which is interesting because I didn't know a game was based around me. That was awful.